Hello friends, welcome to the part 2 of this video. In this video, we'll show you how to set up TP-Link Archer AX20. So as you can see here, the router is already powered on. So first you need to connect your Ethernet port on the WAN port here. If you have a modem, then also in the WAN port. If your internet service provider uses a username and password, then also it goes in the WAN port. And you need to connect the here and turn on the power here. After that, I have already downloaded and installed the Tether app here. You need to connect to the Wi-Fi here. This is the Wi-Fi that is mentioned here in the back. On the back you can see here it's mentioned. This is the Wi-Fi name. As you can see here, this is the Wi-Fi name, and this is the password, as you can see here. So I have connected, and remember my friends, each device comes its own SSID and password. You can connect to any of the SSID, it doesn't matter, the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz one. As you can see here, I have connected to the 2.4 GHz. You can also go ahead with the 5 GHz, no worries. So after connecting it, you need to open the Tether app. So when you open the Tether app, it will ask you to sign up. I do have a Tether account because I have earlier reviewed a lot of TP-Link accounts and I am using one currently. So I will enter my details here. If you don't have, just go with the sign up and sign it up, and you can go to the next step after you sign up. So after entering the username and password, this page comes up. Okay. So I do have Archer MR600 running in my aunt's house, so it is showing me like this. So what we have to do here, we have to select add new device here. Before doing this, do remember to connect to the same Wi-Fi or else it will not detect the Wi-Fi. So we will select this. It has got connected. If you have your home Wi-Fi, then disable the auto join here. In here we'll select what type of connection it is. It is Archer AX6000 or it is our router. Just select it to the router. It will ask you to connect it which type of router you're using. So we will go with the wireless routers option. In here it will ask you all these things to be prepared. We have already done here. Now it will ask to turn off here and turn on your power. We have done here. Plug in your devices, like if you have the device, then you connect it. Power on your modem. We have already turned on our power. We'll go next. Power on your router. Check your LEDs. Okay, these all LEDs are glowing, as you can see here. These all LEDs are glowing now. Let me rephrase you, my friends. First one is the power. Second one is the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. Third one is 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and the fourth one is your internet. This is the LAN. If you connect any of the LAN port, this light will glow. And the last one is your USB port indicator. So Wi-Fi LEDs are solid. It will ask you to connect using the Wi-Fi ID. We have already done that. I'm connected. Now it will search for the device. As you can see, the TP-Link Tether app setup is really easy as compared to the browser. Browser setup is also very easy if you are an advanced user, or else it might be tricky for you. I'll set up this place is the username and password, but nowadays it is just asking the password to log in to the administration settings of the router. So I will enter a password here. So as you can see here, I've given a password here. Do remember, my friends, it's not mandatory that these passwords has to be same with your Wi-Fi password. You can keep the Wi-Fi password separate. So since my Wi-Fi internet provider provides me a modem, so I'm going with the dynamic IP. If you need a username and password like the PPOE, then you can select this, or else you can go for the auto detect, but I know that it is dynamic IP, so I will put it that and go ahead and next. After that, it will ask to select which of the MAC ID you want to use, but it's better for the do not change one. We'll go next. After that, it will ask you to put a SSID name. Use default Wi-Fi settings, if you select here, the same Wi-Fi ID and password will be going on. If you want to change it, just enter it here. Let's go with the Inspire, and I'll give some password here like Ashu 12345. Okay, it's done here. So we will select done here and we'll go next. In here it is also asking you to set up the same user ID password for the 5 GHz band. Initially it asks to start the smart connect, you have to complete this process and then you can do it. So it is now applying the settings here. After it is applied, it will ask you to connect to the new SSID. Testing the network, it is showing because it thinks that it is connected to the same Wi-Fi, but it is not. In Android it gets connected automatically, but in iOS you have to do it manually. So let's connect it because it is not showing up here. As you can see, it is now shown. While it is taking setup, it will also switch on all the Wi-Fi like the guest Wi-Fi and everything. But don't worry my friends, nothing will happen. You have to connect it here in this way. So there is an orange light growing, that means we don't have internet here, but the green light has come up, then it is internet here. So we will forget it and reconnect it. Let's connect to Inspire. As the password I had given, that is Ashu12345, login. So as you can see, it is getting connected here. So it has been connected, it got connected. We'll go inside here. Now it will show the devices that is connected now. As you can see, this is a local device and this is a cloud device. I haven't bind this router yet to my user ID and password. Once I do it, it will show as a cloud device. But since now it is connected locally, now as you can see, we will get this, and now we will bind it now. It will ask you to bind it with my email ID and password. We will go ahead and bind it. So now it is bound. I was talking about your Smart Connect feature. So as you can see, there is only one client connected to the 2.4 GHz band. Now we'll go to the tools. We will also getting the quick setup because it is now connected locally. This setup comes only if you are connected to the router locally. You cannot change this if you are on a cloud connection. Wi-Fi settings here. We can switch on the Smart Connect here and see after switching on the Smart Connect, the 5 GHz bands goes hidden and it becomes only one username and password. Okay, you have go ahead and select it and save it. It will temporarily ask, it will go all the connections out. We will select OK. See, I have selected OK here. Now it is selecting, like saying that waiting. It's changing the username and password of your Wi-Fi name and password here. We will go and check it here. It is getting connected or getting disconnected here. So as you can see here, it is still connected here, but it should get disconnected once. There, you got disconnected. You have to reconnect it. If you got disconnected, I will put the password here. So as you can see here, I have re-entered the password and it is got connected now. So as you can see here, now the device is showing as a cloud device now, but we are connected locally. To know it, you can go here and select it this. Yes, we are connected locally. Internet connection is on dynamic. If your parental controls, you want to block something, you can go ahead and do it here. QoS, you want to enable it, and the speed of your internet that you have, that you can enter it here, and it will show you what type of quality of internet that it's providing. And in the same way, You can turn on and off your guest Wi-Fi networks and everything here. Network diagnosis is how is your network working. It will diagnose your area, what type of other Wi-Fi are there. If there is any interconnections or congestions, then it will select the proper channel to do this. You need to select this diagnosis mode. You can share your Wi-Fi here, like select the QR code or share Wi-Fi here. And you can also control your TP-Link ID here, which ID you have connected or binded here. You can also turn on and off your LED here, also select for the night mode, like it will turn off at night and turn on at night, morning. Operation mode, you can use this router either as a router or as an access point. Now there are three more options here, like the reboot schedule. I always schedule it and I keep it every Monday 3 a.m. I keep it as schedule reboot. It is good for your router. And there is a system settings here. Inside here you can go for the firmware updates. If you have an update, you can select it directly and it gets downloaded and installed automatically. You can also reboot your router here. You can also factory default it, or you can log out from your router. Last but not least, the advanced settings. In here, these are showing there is a message that if you want to go to advanced settings, then you have to log in going to the 192.168.0.1 on your desktop PC. Or we can do that on the mobile, but in the mobile nowadays TP-Link have upgraded everything. So in the mobile it will come up with this type of interface only. Not all the options are available. For that, I'll ask you to connect it using your laptop or your desktop through Wi-Fi. It doesn't matter whether you are connected through the LAN or on the Wi-Fi. So that's all, my friends. Thank you for watching. This was the video for the TP-Link Archer AX20, and if you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section below. And I know you might be thinking that this device is getting hot or not. So before closing the video, I will tell you two more things. Till now I have switched on this router for around 1 to 2 hours, and till now it is still running very cool, and there is no hot here. I'm touching it and checking it out. The temperature is very low as compared to the AX3000. It is running on very low temperatures. And the second point, the last thing that I want to share, is the speed test. So let's check what is the speed coming up here. Let's go to the speed test website here. So I'm sitting on top of the router with my phone here. Let's see what's the speed coming up here. So I have a 100 by 100 internet connection here. So you can see the speeds are totally constant here. So we are getting around 80 Mbps. So we will also connect the same thing with other phone and we'll check it out what's the difference. So this is my phone, and let's see what is connected to my devices. Let's see. So it is connected to this router Wi-Fi only. I'll check out which Wi-Fi it is connected to. My home Wi-Fi. Let's connect to this Wi-Fi, the Inspire one. Let's connect to Inspire. It's connected. This device is an iPhone SE, so we are now connected with the AX technology. This is the Wi-Fi 6 router. This is a Wi-Fi 6 phone. Let's see if you are getting any difference in the speed. We will do two speed tests here. One with the default that's coming up on this speed test app. So the speed is around 87, 88, near to 90, but not totally 100. The upload is around 70. Okay, it's a good speed. Wow, it's a good speed. So let's change some server and check it out. Let's check it out with a different server here. So it is near about the same speeds, only 20 Mbps is different. Like on its own server it's coming around 80, and now with the other server it's coming around 60, and the upload is also really nice, as you can see here. So that's all, my friends. This was the video for the TP-Link Archer AX20 setup. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Do subscribe the channel. And yes, my friends, if you are going to buy a Wi-Fi 6 router, then go for this, because this router is better than the AX10. Don't worry about the 1000 or 2000 you will expend more, but you will get both band with Wi-Fi 6. If we compare with the AX20, that comes with only Wi-Fi 6 on the 5 GHz but not on the 2.4 GHz. This is the best Wi-Fi 6 router with a very cheaper price from TP-Link. Go ahead and check out on the website for the details. And if you are thinking about which band it supports 160 megahertz or not. No, it doesn't support 160 megahertz band. It supports up to 80 megahertz bands. So thank you for watching, my friends. Bye bye.